the old man who goes to the doctor, and he is told he has cancer and only has 6 months to live. 6 months later, he goes back to the doctor, and the doctor says, "You've got 6 more months." The old man asked the doctor, said, "Am I getting better? Why the extra 6 months?" The doctor replies, "I'm only giving you 6 more months because you haven't paid your bill yet." That's just a little joke about cancer, which is becoming more and more common, but the truth is, it can be avoided. I will explain 2 simple things why this is true by talking about why you should eat healthy and why you shouldn't eat unhealthy foods. Doing these 2 simple things can prevent cancer. Yes, I said cancer. First, let's talk about foods you should eat. All the following information I got from watching documentaries, such as The Beautiful Truth, which discusses the Gerson theory by Dr. Max Gerson. You should eat whole foods and nutrient-dense, low-calorie foods as the main part of your diet. Whole foods are simply foods that are single ingredients. For example, a salad is made up of a mixture of whole foods. You should know all of the ingredients which you are eating. Another key thing you should eat is low-calorie, nutrient-dense foods. Things that give you all the nutrients, but without all the calories. Examples of these would be rich-colored vegetables, dark green lettuces, and other brightly colored veggies. You shouldn't waste your time on eating lightly colored or almost transparent veggies. They just don't have all the potential nutrients that they should have. Now that I've talked about what you should eat, let me explain what you should try to avoid. Again, my information I got from watching documentaries such as Healing Cancer from the Inside Out by Mike Anderson. You should try to avoid eating too much animal protein, processed foods, and unorganic foods. I say animal protein because I'm referring to any product or byproduct such as eggs or cheese. Meats and meats products should be limited to no more than 3 portions a week. Don't worry, you'll still get enough protein in the nutrient-dense foods I recommended earlier. Processed foods would be most things that are boxed, canned, or packaged should be considered dangerous because you just don't know what's in them. Why on earth would you consume chemicals or unorganic foods? It just doesn't make any sense. Now that I've talked about what to eat and what to avoid, let me explain why. I started this briefing with a comment about cancer, and that rolled into eating some foods and avoiding other foods. You might be thinking, is this guy serious? He's going to tell us that food causes cancer? What doesn't cause us cancer nowadays? Seems like every other day we are told this causes cancer and that causes cancer. In reality, there has always been one constant, and that is the amount of the animal protein we as Americans consume has grown right along the rate of cancer growth. I stated there are 2 simple things you could do to stave off cancer. Here they are: eating the good foods and avoiding the bad foods. Okay, that might make sense, but I also mentioned cutting back on meat and meat byproducts. So here's a little science to explain what is going on. Everyone has cancer cells floating inside them at all times, right? Well, the cancer cells get protection from the animal protein, which keeps them safe. Our immune system, which is built from the nutrient-dense foods, can't fight them off if we aren't consuming them. Finally, there are a lot of chemicals we eat in our everyday diets which also feed the growth of cancer cells. So let me break that down again for you. You have a cancer cell inside your body. It is being grown rapidly by the chemicals we are consuming through our processed and unorganic foods. The cancer cell is being protected by the animal protein, which we are over-consuming as Americans. And we can't fight off these cancer cells because our immune systems aren't as strong as they should be because we aren't consuming enough nutrient-dense foods. Okay, I know this might be a lot to consume, no pun intended, but the food companies, the FDA, and the government aren't being very honest with us about the foods they allow us to consume and at the price of what. So in conclusion, I explained 2 simple things about how we could avoid cancer. I talked about what you should eat and what you shouldn't eat. Then I wrapped it up by explaining why eat the good and why not to eat the bad, and the effects it has on cancer growth. I hope I have been able to persuade you that eating healthy is more important to your health than what is known by the average American citizen. Again, I highly recommend at least 2 documentaries to give you a little more education about this, and that is The Beautiful Truth, which will talk in depth about the Gerson theory by Dr. Max Gerson, and also Healing Cancer from the Inside Out by Mike Anderson. I highly recommend these 2 documentaries. They will wake you up. They did to me. Thank you. Have a great day and eat healthy.